Muhammad Luisham bin Kasim Chang, and I'm going to be the first presenter of my group. So I'm going to start with the definition of social impact. What is a social impact? It is a portion of total outcome which affects the company relationship with its stakeholders. To put it in simpler terms, it is an effect of organization actions have on the well-being of a community. It involves everyone internally and externally, such as the government agencies, employees, investors, shareholders, and many others. Okay, moving on to the next slide, which is the four main elements of social impacts. The first one is input are generally considered as resources invested measured as a cost. It includes both financial and non-financial resources and the constraint that an organization faces. The second one is output. Output is a direct result of a business objective. In other words, direct results of organization activities. The third one is outcome. Outcome is the changes to people over a long period, which are the intermediate effects on the target population that are necessary to achieve the desired impact goals. And the last one is impacts. Impacts are the ultimate goals of a social purpose organization. Okay, to make it easier to understand about what I said in my second slide, I'm going to give an example of online business program and use these four main elements to describe it. Okay, the cost incurred to set up an online business program is considered as an input. For the output, it is the number of participants involved in the program. And the third one is the outcome. Outcome is the number of people who started online business and utilize the knowledge that they have gained from the business program, which result them to improve their well-being. And the last one is impact. Impact is where people from the program succeeded in creating a new online program application, which is the result of their training from the main program.
Hi, so my name is Nur Fadzila binti Yong, and I'm going to present on how to measure the social impact. So first of all, it's very important for organizations to study on the output to be measured. So therefore, all organizations should have objective and goals, which include the theory of change. So theory of change is a framework to measure social impact by making explicit relationship between activities and the desired outcome. Okay, so secondly, any organization need to know objective of different stakeholder because it leads to source of value creation. So first, they need to identify and prioritize the stakeholder needs, and then they need to consult with the stakeholder to ascertain common priorities and as well as to measure the progress towards achieving the main objective. And then they need to understand how their organization objective match with the stakeholder objective. And lastly, the organization needs to tell the stakeholders on what they are doing well, which area they could improve, and what are the future goals. Okay, so the third way to measure social impact is by using social return on investment. So it is a way to monetize the value of social impact in financial terms. So it is when the social value is compared to the cost of making the project happen. So example is the investor look for evidence of social impact that result from the investment of the project. It is a ratio of net present value of benefits to the net present value of the investment. So it shows value creation based on the initial investment, which can be calculated by dividing social impact value with investment required. So through this ratio, an organization can give a simple and clear indicator to their value to stakeholders.
Hello, Miss Delilah. My name is Nur Divya binti Dula, and I will be present about why is it important to measure social impacts. First of all, it is about to improve program management, which is help organization to plan better, implement effectively, and bring initiative to scale, which is, for example, can target activities that prove to be beneficial and identify and evaluate areas where your investment is not show the return that expected. Secondly is to increase understanding of the impact of their work, which is the social impact will give detailed information on impact, improve ability to put resources in best use. Third is stronger communication of the value of their work, which the positive social impact help as a measurement return to invest, which attract investor and retain investor confidence. Social investment generate great hopes among investor. Finally is enhance attention to the social value creation, which is to advertise business in a way that quickly and easily intelligible to public service, commissioner and consumer alike. This tendering for public sector contract or selling good and service. That's all from me and I will pass the presentation to the next presenter. Thank you.
Hello, Ms. Delaila. My name is Nur Shakira binti Zulkifli. So now, I will be explaining on the definition of economic impact and the example of economic impact on environmental costs. Economic impact can be defined as financial effect of something or something new has on situation or a person. It can also be defined as macroeconomic effect on commerce, employment, or income produced by decision, event, or policy. Economic impact involve costs to enhance the environmental factor. So here are some examples of cost impact on environmental costs. First one is cost for packaging. The packaging used by company creates various environmental impact. One of the basic principles adopting environmental programs are switching the packaging material used by the company to a more environmental friendly material, as being implied by some companies on switching their plastic bags into paper bags, which can be reused and recycled. Plus, company may also focus on managing their packaging waste costs to reduce the effect on the environment. Second example are the costs to minimize the wastage being dumped into the river and air emission, especially by manufacturing industry. Company had to incur costs to install specialized equipment and machine in order to filter and control the waste being dumped by the factory of the company. Moving on to the next example of cost impact on environmental costs, which is cost of water treatment plant. This cost incurred by company that decided to construct their own water treatment plant. This is where the company will treat the water waste from their factory so it can be reused and recycled for the company usage. Moving on to the last example of cost impact on environmental costs, which is cost of collecting and disposing waste. This cost can be situated in which companies had to incur costs paying waste management company in order to collect and handle their wastage on their behalf. Stephen M. Meyer stated that environmental cost contributes to the company annual manufacturing employment growth and annual business failure rate. Strong foundation of environmental policies brings positive impact on the growth of manufacturing employment and improving the annual business rate failure. That's all from me. I will pass the presentation to the next presenter.
How do we measure economic impact? The method used to measure economic impact of the environmental cost is environmental accounting method. Environmental accounting is a field that identifies resource use, measures as well as communicate cost of companies or nationals' economic impact on the environment. The cost includes a cost of clean up or remediate contaminated sites, environmental fines, penalties and tax, purchase of pollution prevention technologies and waste management costs. It enables accountants to report on the economic impact of those decisions to stakeholders. It also allows proactive decisions making about processes that simultaneously meets environmental regulations while adding to the bottom line.
Why should we measure economic impact? Environmental accounting serves a solid foundation for environmental management system as well as increasing the effectiveness of an existing one. By having environmental accounting system, firms are able to manage environmental costs and business strategy better. They will also achieve a more accurate cost products and processes and discover new opportunity to offset and minimize environmental costs to environmental thinking and include potential environmental costs in appraisal processes and investment analysis.